I love it when a movie's coming out that kind of sneaks up on you and turns out to be like a really, really pleasant surprise. A couple of CinemaCons ago, Aaron and I were in Vegas and they showed a preview for a film that I was unaware of at the time. It was a Brad Pitt film called Bullet Train. And then back in April at this past year's CinemaCon, they actually showed us how much did they show us? Really, like they said the first reel was like the first 10, 15 minutes.
I think it was like more towards 20 minutes.
It was a good chunk of the film.
We got up to the part where he starts fighting Bad Bunny, or at the end of that part?
I think it was right at the beginning of that. That's right. It was right at the beginning of that. And we were all kind of really impressed with what we saw. It's like, this looks really, really entertaining. So then Bullet Train comes out, and I got to tell you, while it is not Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and it's not as good as Snatch, it was a fun little film. I had a really, really good time with this movie. And Brad Pitt was fantastic. Brian Tyree,
is it Henry?
Henry was fantastic in it. Bad Bunny didn't really say anything, so there's not much to go off on there with Bad Bunny. Kick-Ass. What's Kick-Ass's name?
Aaron Taylor
Johnson. All these guys with 3 names.
Was the guy who played Scorpion in it too?
Yes.
The one with the swords, right?
Yes. So, I mean, the cast, but these two, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Aaron and Brian here, playing the brothers, it was Brad Pitt's movie, make no mistake. He carried the film, it was great. But these two, as well, just like stole the movie for me. And it had a nice little bit of success at the box. It wasn't a huge blockbuster, but a nice little bit of success. Well, here's the thing. This little movie didn't get a lot of fanfare, didn't get a lot of attention. It is now the #1 film on Netflix, according to IndieWire. It is now the #1 film on Netflix.
Over Troll?
Over Trolls. over a lot of things. It is the number 1 film there.
Well,
now,
keep forgetting to watch Troll.
Here's why this is really interesting. IndieWire and the article writer Tom Brueggemann raise a really, really interesting point here. And it's a point that I think Rob and I have been trying to make for a really long time, which is this. There is no way Bullet Train ever would have been #1 on Netflix had it not gotten a theatrical release. Bullet Train getting a theatrical release is what propelled it once it did ultimately end up on the streaming giant Netflix. Tom wrote this. He said, the success of Bullet Train also speaks to the value of a film first enjoying a major theatrical presence. Its #1 slot on Netflix comes after a $100 million plus domestic gross, followed by multiple weeks of VOD success. It replicates the platform's immediate interest in Sony's Where the Crawdads Sing, which spent more than a full week at the #1 spot and is still in the top 10. They go on to talk about the fact that neither of these movies, like if Where the Crawdads Sing or Bullet Train, were just straight to Netflix, straight to Disney Plus, straight to HBO Max, straight to Peacock, straight to Paramount Plus, whatever, these are not films that hit the #1 spot. They're just not. And one of the points that I think that this is reinforcing is something we've been saying for months, over a year around here, which is if you are a studio making these movies and you're a streaming service, you should absolutely want your movies in a movie theater first. Because when you bring it to your streaming service, it will have more success than if you just jumped it on the streaming service at first, right?
Now, does Sony have like some sort of inside deal with Netflix? I see a lot of their films going to Netflix. It's because they don't have their own streaming service, right?
They have a content deal with them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Sony still insists. It's funny because when we were at CinemaCon, because Ray, you were there too, when Sony was doing their presentation, now I don't know if maybe they were talking out their ass, but they made a big deal of saying, yeah, we don't have a streaming service because we make movies for theaters. Now, we know that's not 100% true because they do make some content that does go directly to streaming sometimes, but they say they're focused on making movies that go in theaters. And I just think it's really interesting. You get a movie like Bullet Train, which I really had a lot of fun with. I personally hope they do a sequel to it. I would definitely see these characters back again. But when you look at a thing like Bullet Train and seeing it have its post-theatrical success, and there's simply no debating that it would not have that success were it not for a theatrical run first. When you've got now Netflix also doing their experiment with Glass Onion, putting it in theaters for a week and it had the success that it had, I think, and Where the Crawdads Sing, that movie never would have been number one on any streaming service if it just dropped on streaming. Nowhere. But it was number one on Netflix for well over a week because it had a theatrical release. And I think case studies like Bullet Train and case studies like Glass Onion and case studies like Where the Crawdads Sing, I think the writing is on the wall for Netflix. I think Netflix is starting to realize slowly but surely this is the model we need to have. But again, it's like talking about the ad-supported tier, where we say, oh, we changed away from ads, and here we are coming back to ads. There was this mentality that, oh, we can move away from theatrical releases, and then all of a sudden all these studios and all these streamers are realizing, turns out it actually works better if we do theatrical first,
right,
and then do streaming. It's a really interesting case study. Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? What did you think about Bullet Train? Was it a movie you enjoyed? I mean, it wasn't the greatest movie of the year, but I had a lot of fun with it. Are you surprised about the success it's having now that it's got its streaming platform underneath it? Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comment section below and let us know your thoughts. Guys, we want to take a second to thank a sponsor of this video, MANSCAPED. This holiday season, I'll be giving thanks to our friends over at MANSCAPED. Everyone loves turkey and stuffing, but you'll be looking like dessert with the help of MANSCAPED's Performance Package 4.0. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have blessed you with the ultimate Thanksgiving dinner topic. Tell your in-laws about your new cutting-edge ball trimmer and gift yourself or the man in your life the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Trim up your pumpkins by going to manscaped.com and use the code CAMPEA for free shipping and 20% off. And this year I am so thankful for Manscaped because, like most of you guys, I used to use Neanderthalic Dark Age methods to trim my balls. Not anymore, thanks to Manscaped. It's time for all of us to give thanks to Manscaped Performance Package 4.0, or as I like to call it, the perfect package for your package. Inside, you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, performance boxer briefs, and a travel bag to hold all your goodies. The heart of the package, their Lawnmower 4.0 trimmer, features a cutting-edge ceramic blade to reduce grooming accidents thanks to their advanced skin-safe technology. So get 20% off and free shipping with the code CAMPEA at manscaped.com. That's 20% off with free shipping at manscaped.com and use the promo code CAMPEA. Be thankful this holiday season for the best gift of all from Manscaped. Your balls will thank you.